Hey look, it's the new WRX. Alright, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy D-Lo, aka Moto Shinobi, and I'm actually riding down to a spot right now. I'm going to be doing a little overview of the bike for you guys. I've actually got a few mods on the bike now, so I feel obligated to kind of show it off, I guess. Following this Subaru WRX. So this video is really just going to be kind of an overview of the bike, not necessarily a full review yet. I'm not sure if I have enough experience to kind of give you guys a full review on it, and there's plenty of videos on YouTube that review this bike. Give me that sex juice. Fill her up. Make sure you get the good smell of the gas. Make sure it's nice. Smells pretty good to me. Yep, always overflow it. Make sure you have enough gas. Wow, that is making me lightheaded. Probably don't smell your gas, maybe? I don't know. May not be the healthiest thing for you. There was a friggin' fire over here. I wonder if there's anything down there. Let's take a peek. Yeah, literally yesterday there was a whole bunch of cop cars and policemen, firefighters over here. I'm not seeing anything though. Anything weird looking. It smells bad. Kind of smells like there was a fire over here. I don't know. I looked it up online. It said there was a fire on that street yesterday. But yeah, so coming up on the spot, I'll give you guys a little rundown on my experience with the bike so far. I put 2574 miles on it, so just above 2,500 miles. I've had it for a little over 2 months now. It's been about it's been 2 months with this thing. And it is a wheelie machine. I will pretty much just start off saying that. Alright, so here it is, the 2021 MT07 Yamaha Race Blue, I believe is the color. Yeah, I mean, I'm digging the color, man. The wheels really pop out. Got a little bit of a water spot on there. It's the thing about motorcycles, you can never keep the wheels clean. Almost as bad as white wheels on a car. But yeah, so I mean, the bike is overly stock. There's no tune on it. Still stock exhaust, stock brake setup. Factory tires, Michelin tires. The only things that I've changed are the fender eliminator. Just an Amazon special, I think that was like 30 bucks or something like that. And I got a whole new bar setup. So I got the Henry Reed Pro Taper, which is pretty much just one step under the CR High. I didn't want the CR High just because that's what everybody runs. I wanted to test out the Henry Reed, and I like it. It feels really good. It gives you a more upright handlebar position, whereas before they were kind of like back here more. What else? Pillow top grips, and I got an R6 throttle tube over here. The thing I really like about this bike is the cable driven aspect of it. The throttle is cable actuated, which gives you a really nice feel, and then you throw that R6 throttle tube on there, it shortens up the full throw to wide open throttle. What else? And I've got these Ride It levers, again, Amazon. Pretty simple to install. You just, there's like a screw underneath here. You just take this thing out, put the new lever on there and adjust it. They feel really good, actually. They're a little bit shorter than stock, and I like how they're flat on the top, so it gives you a good bite for your fingers. I do have bar end mirrors, but I'm kind of digging the no mirror look. I don't really use my mirrors anyway. I always head check. That's just me. So the thing that they've changed on the 2021 models is, I'm sure you guys know if you're, watching this for reviews or something, you've seen other YouTube videos, but the 2021 model, they updated the headlight. And I've heard mixed reviews. Personally, I really dig it. I think that like this whole like side stay is really cool looking. Again, not a big fan of the gray, but I think with the grips it kind of goes well. They kind of like bring the whole gray into fruition, I guess you could say. What else? Oh, I got frame sliders. Again, just Amazon frame sliders. I think those were like 40 bucks. I'm planning to get a case cover. I think that I want to replace this. There's a company that Wamet Tech, I think it is. They make a replacement for that, and it kind of juts out a little bit. And then they also have a actual case cover that you bolt in on both sides. So that side and then this side, and they got one that kind of comes out here, so it'll protect your I believe that's the thermostat. Yeah, stock exhaust. You can see the colors are coming out pretty cool. Not a fan of how the stock exhaust sounds. It really sounds like a scooter to me, but most bikes aren't that loud stock. Things I dislike about it: the front suspension. Let me see if I can get you guys an example. When you're riding it, it's very soft. Like the whole front end just completely bounces up and down. So the front suspension's not good. What else do I not like about it? There's not a lot of things that I don't like about this bike. That's why I got it. Oh yeah, the rear sets. I'm not a fan of these rear sets. They just feel really flimsy and cheap to me, and I hate these little ground feelers, whatever the hell they are, that Yamaha does. I'm like, every time I put my foot down at a stoplight, it grabs my pants and stuff. It's just really annoying. Yeah, I got stock tails, or stock turn signals on front and back. What else? I think that's pretty much it in terms of mods. Yeah, R6 throttle tube, grips, levers, Henry Reed Pro Taper bend bar, and fender eliminator. Oh, and I deleted ABS. Deleted that ABS. You just pull a fuse out of the fuse box underneath the seat. But yeah, I mean, so I guess enough talking about it. Let me just go for a little ride, and I'll kind of give you guys my rundown on the bike, what I like and what I dislike, and if I would recommend the bike to you to buy. It is, I thought it was supposed to be like really nice out today. It is very cloudy. Give them a little show. So what do I personally think about this bike? Personally, me, I absolutely love this bike, man. This is the best bike that I've ridden, and I've been riding for, I got my license 3 summers ago, so this is technically my 3rd season, my 3rd full season. The first season was like a half season. I didn't get my license until really late in the summer. But yeah, so I've been on a Honda Grom, a Gixxer 1100, a Suzuki RF 600R, and I think that's it. Oh, a Benelli 135 my mom has. I've ridden that, and yeah, that's it. That's all the bikes that I've ridden. But yeah, so I've got a handful of bikes that I've ridden in my life, and this one is the top of the charts. I can compare it in excitement to the Gixxer 1100 that I rode. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find a picture to put up on the screen, but my dad had a Gixxer 1100, like a 1993 or something. It was old, and we decided to mod it out a little bit. He put a CBR 1000 rear shock in it, and then put the R6 tailpiece on. So it was like a Street Fighter style. It looked like this bike, no fairings at all on it, and it was an 1100, man. That thing was so fun. But if I had to pick between this and the 1100, I would pick this all day. So, things that I love about this bike: the torque. What the hell? The torque, man. It is immaculate on this bike. You have torque everywhere. It doesn't matter what RPM you're in, what gear you're in. you've got torque all over the rev range, which is probably my #1 reason for getting this bike after watching YouTube reviews on it. And personally, I don't look for going like super fast. I look to have fun on a bike, and torque is what will get you fun on a motorcycle. Like I said, I'm going from that 1100 and even the 600, the top speeds were like, you know, 140. Gixxer 1100, I'm sure, was a little bit more than that. And the top speed is like, I think I've maxed this out at like 115, somewhere around there. It kind of starts to fall off, and I don't do that often. I'm not a big speed guy again. I would love to go to the track and test it out and, you know, kind of test my abilities, but out here on the street I don't need to be going that fast, you know. Really what this bike is good for is right here. That's what this bike is good for. Wheelies. If you want a wheelie machine, MT07. If you want a bike with torque, MT07. If you want a beautiful looking bike, MT07. I love this bike, dude. I don't think I can tell you enough. Like, I don't think I can tell you everything that I like about this bike, because the list just, every single time I ride it, the list goes on and on. So, I mean, obviously you can tell that I really like the bike, man. I'm thoroughly enjoying it after 2 months of riding it, and I put 2,500 miles on it. I adore this bike, dude. So, would I recommend this bike to you? Yes, 110% I would recommend this bike to pretty much anybody, even a beginner, I think. As a beginner bike, it would definitely be pretty torquey. I mean, going from the Suzuki 600 that I had to this, the throttle response was ridiculous, dude. Like, I felt like I was like fighting to hold on to the bars the whole time, because I took it on the highway for the first ride. And that's one thing that I will say too in relations to the highway. It's not very good for the highway, because you're going 80 miles an hour and you've got no windscreen. You can get windscreens. They don't look like they help too much, and I'm personally not a fan of the windscreens. So I wouldn't do it. But if you're looking for a highway bike, this isn't it. If you're looking for pretty much an all-around bike, like, I'm not gonna say you can't take the bike on the highway, because I do. I take the bike on the highway like once a week. Go down to my homie's house, and only way to get there really is on the highway. So not really a highway bike. But you can take it on the highway. It's kind of one of those things where it's a sacrifice you have to make, you know. If you want a highway bike that is similar power to this, look at the R7. But when you have an R7, you don't have the dirt bars like this, and you have clip-ons, so you're more hunched over, your legs are tighter up, and the seating position is a super sport. And whereas this thing, I would compare this more to a cruiser slash dirt bike. It is very dirt bike-esque in its feel. Like, it is very flickable. You can throw it wherever you want in the turns. You can dip it down in the turns real easy. You can lean it real easy. And I've never had problems with these stock Michelin tires in terms of like low siding or like wanting to like kind of go out on me. Never had a problem with that yet. I mean, like when it's cold, but that's with any bike when they're cold. So, in my personal opinion, if I had to rate this bike out of 10, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. I'm probably going to deduct a half a point for the front suspension and a half a point just because it's a naked bike and you can't really take it on the highway. But realistically, other than that, there is no complaints that I can give you guys about this bike. If you guys have any like personal questions on like, you know, how I feel about something on the bike, definitely let me know in the comments. I'm totally willing to answer questions in the comments about the bike. So I'm a gearhead. I really like talking about this kind of stuff, so I'll take any opportunity to talk about it. Pretty much. But yeah, so I mean, that's really going to be the rundown on the bike. I showed you guys all the mods. I gave you guys my personal experience on the bike. So as an overview, you know, I've done like the bars, the levers, grips, RSIC throttle tube, frame sliders, and the fender eliminator. Other than that, the bike is stock exhaust, no tune yet. But I plan to go with 2-wheel dyno works for the tune once I get the exhaust, which I'm probably going to go with Black Widow, and I will do a video on that if you guys request it as well. So I think we're going to end it there. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to know anything specific about the bike, if you have any specific questions on mods that you want to do to the bike, or really anything of that matter relating to the MT07. I'm totally down to answer all the questions in the comments. But yeah, I think that's going to be it. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Deuces.